This pandemic has threatened the health and well-being of our friends and neighbors, creating economic hardship that we haven't seen like this in a very long time. Businesses are literally on the brink of bankruptcy. Thousands have filed for unemployment, and many are left wondering how they will put food on the table, as General Cardin just mentioned. To make matters worse, some had decided to play politics by exploiting these difficult emotional moments for political gain. Yesterday, we filed a lawsuit against the city of Atlanta on behalf of business owners, their employees, and hardworking Georgians throughout the region who continue to struggle to make ends meet. Men and women have seen their paychecks disappear. Fathers, mothers, sisters, and brothers are barely hanging on. Mayor Bottom's mask mandate cannot be enforced, but her decision to shutter businesses and undermine economic growth is devastating. Atlanta businesses are hurting. Violent crime is up, and families are rightfully worried. Just like sending in the National Guard to protect those living in our capital city from crime and violence, I refuse to sit back and watch as disastrous policies threaten the lives and livelihoods of our citizens. We will fight to stop reckless actions and put people over pandemic politics.